we have discussed till electric field and superposition principle. Regarding the questions which we were practicing in the last class, so we have practiced till before electric field. Coulomb's law we had practiced. All right. So what I'll do, this is a small topic. This is not a very big topic, dipole moment. I'll discuss this first. At least a little bit of syllabus will also go ahead. And then whatever time will be left, then I'll complete with the questions that we were discussing, because I want you to practice or at least have some good numericals of electric field and superposition principle. So these two topics are only left that we'll complete it today. So at least the numericals part you will be having with you. All right. Otherwise, let's start with dipole moment so that syllabus will also be moving forward. Anyways, do not worry about the syllabus. After Ramzan, you will be having proper 1.5 hours classes, 2 hours classes. So there we'll be having plenty of time. Right now, 6:30, here we have the iftar time. Now afterwards, after 8, you people have your iftar time over there. That's why we are not able to take a lengthy class. Only 1 hour class maximum we are able to take. So syllabus will be going fast. Do not worry about the syllabus, but at least till superposition principle, lot of topics you should be able to solve it by yourself. All right. So yes, starting with dipole moment. Dipole moment you must have heard of in your textbooks or somewhere. What is exactly dipole moment? Before that, you should know what is a monopole. So pole means what? Pole always means polarity. When we use the term pole, pole means polarity.
Sorry, I came late. What did we write so far?
We have just started, Rishita. We've just started it. I was just discussing how will we proceed. We have just started with dipole moment. That's the topic. And the first thing that we are discussing is monopole. So before dipole, you should know what is meant by monopole. So pole means polarity. It could be anything. When we are talking in terms of electrostatics, so this polarity becomes your positive or negative. When you will come to magnetics, then this polarity will become north pole and south pole. So polarity is what is meant by the word pole. So monopole, and mono means one, single. This term mono means one you can say, or you can say means single or one. So monopole means having one polarity. Now, system that has only one type of charge present. It could be either positive or it could be negative. That is known as monopole. Like if I give you example of electron. Electron is what? Electron is completely negative body, right? Electron is a completely negative body. So electron means monopole. It's a monopolar body. No other charge is present on the electron, right? So if it is monopole electron means that the polarity that the electron is holding is negative. So this is monopole having only negative charge. Or if we talk about the example of a proton. Proton is completely positive charge. No other charge is present in a proton. So these are monopoles, means having only one polarity. And what is meant by a monopole moment? Because to understand dipole moment, firstly you have to know the basics of monopole. Monopole moment, dipole moment, whenever this moment term comes, means the net calculation is asked. Whenever, like here it is written monopole moment, this means the total net polarity is being asked. Understood? Monopole moment means the total polarity. Total polarity of what? Or whatever is given. Suppose if I give you an example, if I give you a random surface, it is having +2 coulomb, it is having +3 coulomb. So if I ask you what is the monopole moment, means monopoles, all the monopoles that are present. What are the monopoles that are present here? One monopole is +2 coulomb. Another monopole is also +3 coulomb. These are the two monopoles present. Two monopoles means two separate monopoles, right? Having single polarity. +2 coulomb is having only positive charge. +3 coulomb is having only positive charge, right? So +2 +3. Suppose this gives the total 5 coulomb. So this is the monopole moment. Means the total amount of charge, net polarity of the substance due to the individual monopoles. Or you can say in simple words, the calculation. How will you have the strength? Strength of the monopoles is known as monopole moment. All right, this is about monopole. Now come to dipole. Monopole is clear, monopole is easy, you've been using it. It's just that now a term is given. Now you know that monopole which you were using, this is now known as monopole. Now what is meant by a dipole? What is meant by a dipole? A system having equal amount of positive and negative charges at a small separation, right? A system that is having equal amount of positive and negative charges at a small separation means, see, dipole, understanding what is meant by dipole is very important. Then you will be able to calculate dipole moment very easily. The problem that arises is that we do not know what is a dipole. And when the question, a dipole is merged in it, we are not able to find out, is it a dipole that was mentioned? See, what is meant by dipole? A system having equal amount of positive and negative charge means plus, minus. Two types of charges are present, plus and minus. All right. And both of the charges have the opposite signs. This is clear. Opposite signs should be present. But other condition is that they should be identical. If this is Q, then this is also Q. And they must have a small separation between them, which we refer it to as 2A. Understood? What is a dipole? You should be able to identify dipole. That is the first step. Dipole moments formula is the easiest formula in your entire electrostatics. You will be able to solve it, but you have to understand the meaning of dipole. All right. What is meant by a dipole? Dipole does not mean that just two opposite charges are present. Like what was monopole? Monopole was single polarity that was existing. Plus 2 coulomb was existing. So it was like this. Plus 3 coulomb was existing. It was like this. लेकिन dipole में ऐसा नहीं होगा. In case of dipole, you will have two charges. Conditions are there. Two charges are definitely present. They should have the opposite sign. It's not like two positive charges can also form a dipole. No, they are two individual monopoles. Two negative charges can form a dipole. No, they are two individual monopoles. Two charges, when we are referring, one has to be positive, other has to be negative. This is the condition of dipole. One has to be positive, other has to be negative. Fine. Positive, negative. And second condition is that both the magnitudes should be same. For example, if I say plus 2 microcoulomb and minus 4 microcoulomb. Will it form a dipole? No, it won't form a dipole because plus and minus, so theek hai, this is forming the criteria. But what about 4 and 2? Are they like, are they same values? No. So if it is plus 2 microcoulomb, here exactly it has to be minus 2 microcoulomb. This is the dipole. If it is plus 4 microcoulomb, here it has to be minus 4 microcoulomb. This is a dipole. And what are the real examples of dipole? Best examples are your HCl, H plus and Cl minus ions. These. So if they carry the same amount of charge, they are separated. So this you will study in your chemistry. These types of questions are not asked in the physics paper also, but just for your knowledge, like you can relate. NaCl, so sodium ions are positive, chloride ions are negative. In HCl molecule, hydrogen, protons ion, these are positive, chloride ions are negative. So these are separated. Remember one thing, come to physics. Come to physics now. This was a part of chemistry. Plus Q, minus Q, and they are separated by a separation. Instead of taking it as A, L, R, we are taking it as 2A. The reason why we take it as 2A is that it was always considered by convention. 2A is not something that I am taking, or 2A is not something that I have been following by a book, through a book, like this particular book uses 2A, so I'll be using 2A. No. This is standardized. By convention, their separation is being used as 2A. It means if plus Q and minus Q, they are separated by, let's say, 5 meters. So 5 meters is the 2A. Do not double it. 2A does not mean that you have to double their separation. Remember, many students commit this error till the last, even after telling them so many times that this separation is 2A. Means 2A you do not have to double. If their separation is 5 centimeter, then 2A is equal to 5 centimeter. Clear? Now what is then dipole moment? Again, strength of this dipole. This is what is meant by a dipole. But how to calculate this? That comes under dipole moment. That also I'll tell you because that is easy. You'll be able to relate it. So it gives the strength of dipole, product of magnitude C. That I'll tell you, for then you can read it from here. See. One charge is present plus Q, another charge is present minus Q. Both are separated by this separation 2A. 2A means separation between both the charges. If you are taking A will only mean half of this separation. This is only A. This is only A, half of the separation. When we refer to 2A, 2A is the separation between them. All right. Now, how to calculate the dipole moment? This is denoted through P. It's a vector quantity. So all your laws, parallelogram law, vector laws, all will come here. So that's why an arrow is being put over here. Fine. Now, how do we write this? Take the magnitude of the charge, any of the charge, because the magnitudes are same. If this is Q, this is also Q. So take any Q and multiply it with the separation between both the charges. This is formula of. Again, I'm telling you 2A in 2A, you do not have to double it. 2A means the separation between the charges. So this is separation between the charges. Please mark this important so that you do not commit this error. This is magnitude. And this is the dipole moment. Okay, one more thing. If it's a vector quantity, is it sufficient? Is this information sufficient? Magnitude of the charge. Is this information sufficient if we are one side we are saying this is a vector quantity and on the other side we are just taking out the magnitude. Whenever we are considering a vector quantity, vectors have their magnitude and they have their direction also. So it means this also must be having certain direction. So how to write the direction, how to check the direction. Direction is very easy. You just have to move from negative to the positive charge. One more thing, units also you will be writing SI unit. Can anyone tell me the SI unit? This is charge multiplied by the separation of the charges. What should be the unit?
Coulomb meters.
Coulomb meter. Coulomb meter. Coulomb for charge, and this is the separation, so this becomes meter. That's it, what you have to remember about dipole moment. So monopole, I'm just quickly revising. Monopole means a single charge that is present having only one type of polarity. Monopole moment means the strength, so you will just algebraically add because all the charges are scalar. Dipole means two charges that have the same magnitude but opposite sign. All right, they have the same magnitude, opposite sign, and they are separated by a small separation. And dipole moment gives the strength of the dipole. It is calculated as product of magnitude of any of the charges and separation between them. Clear? Write it down.
Ma'am, can you scroll up 1 second?
Just text done once writing till here. Yes, class. Let us discuss this question. I hope you have written it, at least tried it once. See, the basic questions of dipole moment you will be able to manage. Why? Because the questions are based on the formula P is equal to 2A into Q only. So charge will be mentioned, the separation between the charges will be mentioned. So you will be able to calculate it. Now look at this question. Here you do not have the direct values given. What it is saying? From 0 to this point, the charges, the separation is -2. What is meant by 0, 0, -2? 0, 0, -2 means this is x, this is y, this is z. Means x is 0, y is 0. That means on the straight z line will be the present point. The point will be present. Minus sign is just telling us that this is the negative z axis. So means 2 millimeter separation from this O point, right? Because this is in millimeters, this is 2 given. And at the Z axis, right? 2 millimeters. Similarly, for this point, from the origin, we always take the coordinates. So from the origin to this point, This is 2 millimeters again. So this is 2 millimeters. Now see, when we are referring to the dipole moment, firstly we have to know what are the charges and what is the charge and what is the separation between the charge. So for the formula, I need Q and I need 2A. Yes, let's start with you, Mariam. What is Q that I should take here? Yes, Mariam. Value of Q.
Q plus Z.
What is Q? Q is the charge. Can you see, is it a dipole? Is it forming a dipole? Yes or no?
Yes.
How? Why do you think this is forming a dipole? Why not a monopole? Why a dipole?
Because there are plus and minus charges.
Plus and minus charges.
Equal, yeah.
And equal. So what is the charge? That's what I'm asking.
Plus Z and minus Z.
This is not, this is 2. Plus 2
Plus
millicoulombs,
2 and
minus 2
minus
millicoulombs. So what will you take? What is the charge?
plus 2.
Why not minus 2? See, Mariam, we take the magnitude. Both the charges have the same magnitude. Magnitude means the number without the signs. Like plus 2 millicoulomb, minus 2 millicoulomb, we'll just take both of these, any of these, because they have the same value without the signs. So now tell me, what would be the charge now?
2.
2 millicoulombs. Millicoulombs. All right. Now it's clear, Mariam, how to take the charge?
Yes.
Okay, good. So yes, Mariam has correctly told us this is 2 millicoulombs. Class, remember, you will not take plus 2 millicoulombs or minus. That's what the entire point of dipole is. We just take the one of the charges. All right. Yes, next, Rishita, how do we write it in SI unit, this charge? Yes, Rishita. Q is equal to 2 millicoulombs. We cannot put it in our calculations. We have to convert it. How will we perform the
Yeah, we divide it by 1,000.
We divided by
So
1,000. Yes,
multiply it by 1,000.
yes, we divided by 1,000. You are right. We divided by 1,000. To convert no milli into coulombs, we have to
Yeah.
do. So we'll multiply it to the power minus 3, same 2 divided by 1,000, and this is correct. Right. So we have obtained our charge. Next, we have 2A. 2A means the separation between both the charges. Yes, Sidra. Separation between both the charges. Look at the figure. Q1 is present, Q2 is present. What is the separation between them? Because 2A is actually the separation between them. Yes, Sidra? Sidra, you're present in the class? Yes, no? Yes, Sidra, are you present? Next, Yaya.
It's 2 millimeter, ma'am.
See, 2 millimeters is the separation between both the charges, plus 2 millicoulomb and minus 2 millicoulomb.
So 4.
4 millicoulombs, correct. See, good. Class, when we have both the charges present, minus 2 millicoulomb and plus 2 millicoulomb, right? Two charges are present, minus 2 millicoulomb plus 2 millicoulomb, and their separation we take as 2a. Understood? That's why this is a very, very good, this is the best question of dipole moment when we are referring to. Yes, Sidra. You have joined the meeting again. What's the point of joining if you're not responding? I'll shift again then. See. So if your mic is not working, Sidra, at least answer in the chat column. I was just telling you to write yes or no. At least respond in the chat column, even if your mic is not working. I always allow you all to keep on responding in the chat column. Sidra or anyone, whenever your mic is not working, any network issues, any connectivity issues, anything is there, you can always keep on updating in the chat column. Chat column is always open and I always read your messages. When you have completed whatever answer you people give, whatever doubts you all are having. So at least respond in the chat column or unmute yourself. Because just sitting quietly in the class wouldn't help. So see, yes, Yaya has answered this correctly that 2a. This means the separation between them is 4 millimeters. See, we will consider the entire separation between the two charges. You have to take both the charges and then take their separation. This is 2a means separation between the charges is equal to 4 millimeters. Again, I cannot put millimeters as my standard answer. Zaina, can you convert it into the meters? Can you convert it into meters?
4 into 10 power minus 3.
Yes, Zaina, we have done, if you look at the charge, Rishita answered that time. To convert, to remove milli, how to remove milli from our answers. Because 4 millimeters we cannot put.
4 into 10 power minus 3 meters.
Yes, Zaina?
4 into 10 power minus 3 meters.
Yes, correct. 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters, right? So we have the charge with us, we have the dipole moment with us. Now the calculation is very easy. Multiply charge with the separation. So this is what you just have to identify. And see, this you were doing this question for the first time. That's why it took time. Now when you will be practicing questions of dipole moment, you will see the sole questions on dipole moment. These are very easy. The direct questions on dipole moment are very easy. You will be able to solve them. All right. If any difficulties, let me know. I'll share the class assignment as from dipole moment only today. So what is the charge? 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. 2a is 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this becomes 8 into 10 to the power minus 6. Now this is not my complete answer. Reason that I have not written the directions. What was the direction? What were the directions that I have told you? Yes, Sidra. Now your chat column is working. Now you tell what should be the direction or what is the direction that you have written in your notebook. Direction of dipole. Along what? So I'm giving you your class after class assessment from electric dipole only. Please attempt it today. Yaya has been answering it. Rishita has been submitting. Other students are irregular. At least Yaya I can see appear in every after class assessment. I have your daily reports with you. Students who have submitted, whose assignments are pending, because you people are not submitting, so we are not able to discuss the doubt. See, Sidra, it's either from negative to positive or positive to negative. Remember it like this. So in physics, it is from negative to positive. Like this. This will be the direction of the dipole. Along what? Now, writing just along won't help. Along what? This is your positive z-axis. All right. So your complete answer would be positive z-axis. We use k cap, coulomb meter. This is your complete answer of dipole moment. This is how you have to write. Okay. Sidra, direction part is clear, Sidra? Clear to all rest of you?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, yeah.
If the direction is opposite, then what do we write as k minus k cap?
Suppose the direction was opposite. Let's say -2 was here, +2 was here. So direction would have been towards negative z-axis. So minus k cap.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Write it quickly. This is for that portion which you were asking. If it is along x-axis, we use I cap. If it is along y-axis, we use j cap. If this is along z-axis, we use k cap. So positive plus I cap, negative minus I cap. Positive y-axis plus j cap, negative y-axis minus j cap. Positive z-axis plus k cap, negative z-axis minus k cap. Just write down this. Also make it as a note point so that you remember. Please text done, all of you, others also that you have completed, apart from Yahya. All right, class, if you have completed, you can leave. Appear for your after class assessment. It's based on dipole moment only. All right, thank you so much, class. You can leave now. Bye-bye.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.